Directors use camera angles, motions, and different shots to achieve ideas that can't be said just by words. Director David Fincher knows this and uses many different techniques to enhance how the final climactic scene of Se7en would play out.
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Watch the somewhat normalcy in the medium shots of Detective Somerset. He is bending down to open a box. There is no music in the background, only birds chirping. This is because nothing threatening in the scene is happening right now. These are two effective shots, a long shot and an objective shot. We can see Somerset's reaction to what's inside the box, but we can't see what's inside the box. The movie doesn't have to tell us that right away. This way the suspense is higher. All we know is Somerset's reaction and that there's blood on it. It's not good. The box is shot from a low angle, which is evoking how threatening it is. After a shaky cam and a quick pan, the music starts. Detective Somerset looks over to Mills and the murderer John Doe. David Fincher shot them in a long shot to show in one scene how real the situation is. They are small. They are in the middle of nowhere. The helicopter can't land because of the wires. Not only that, but they have fallen into the murderer's trap. He is far away from Somerset, the calm third party. These things wouldn't be obvious if it was just a close-up of one of their faces. Once Somerset screams,
John Doe has the upper hand.
We move to John Doe and Mills. We cut to John Doe, shot from a low angle so he seems threatening and controlling. He also has the sun behind him creating a halo, which is very symbolic of his god complex. Cue the exposition.
I tell you how much I admire you. And your pretty wife.
What?
Tracy.
Watch how the camera tracks Mills' movement as he nervously stomps around. He moves around awkwardly and so does the camera. This is juxtaposed with how when John Doe is in the frame, it's a calm close-up. John is acting calm. He knows everything that is about to happen, and we can see it in his face. After one final low-angle shot of him looking away, it cuts back to a close-up where he reveals what was in the box.
Her pretty head.
Now that Somerset has arrived, let's see how David Fincher changes the scene composition. He uses shaky camera, vast empty scenery, and the two character dynamic versus the still unmoving close-ups of John Doe. Even when the camera moves around John, his head is still firmly in the center of the screen. The shakiness of the camera and the tracking of Mills is the perfect fit for his feelings of rage, and the still shots of John Doe is perfect for his calmness. These make perfect opposites. This, along with the acting, helps make one of the most legendary movie scenes.
What's in the box? Not till you give me the
What's
gun.
in the fucking box?
Give me the gun.
He just told you.
You lie! You're a fucking liar! Shut up!
That's what he wants. He wants you to shoot him.
No! No! You tell me that's not true. That's not true.
Become vengeance, dude.
Ah, she's all right. You tell me.
Become wrath.
Once John reveals that his wife was pregnant, he gets slapped, and again the tone changes. David Fincher is now less focused on the action and more focused on the emotion. This is shown through all the shots being different close-ups of the characters.
Life of the baby inside of her.
Ah!
This segment is drawn out to give Mills and the audience time to consider his options. Like, should he shoot John? Should he continue the cycle of violence? After a single frame of his wife shows up on screen with a whole different color palette for shock, we know the decision that was made. John closes his eyes as we move to a long shot of all three of them, and then he shoots him. I think David Fincher uses the long shot and the quick shot of the gun firing to shock the audience by quickly taking us out of all the close-ups. We were uncomfortably close, and now we are uncomfortably far away. We're like distant because it's sad. Not much longer, we see an extremely hectic, shaky camera view of the helicopter. Then a two-shot. We see Mills executing John, and we see Somerset's disapproval of him by looking away. I think it's important to mention the angle, which is shot from the corpse's perspective. Mills is looking down on him, yet Somerset is looking away from Mills, creating an interesting dynamic. Finally, they are looking opposite ways, symbolic of their relationship being severed forever.